So, John, thank you so much for being here. We're so happy to have you. I'm Elsa Owsley with Watchman Ministry North Idaho, and this year we decided to do something a little different. We want to interview all the candidates. I think it's important for the public to hear from you and read about what you stand for. So that's where this idea came from. So welcome. Thank
Thank you.
for being one of the first ones to participate. So I just have 4 quick questions for you. And the first one is, why are you running for office?
I was born and raised in North Idaho. I came to know Jesus about 15 years ago and started paying attention to what's happening here. And in the last several years, I've been really discouraged of what's happening. And this last year at elk camp, I was kind of venting about our local politics, and a couple of the gentlemen that I was hunting with, I made a stupid statement and said, if nobody else runs for this commissioner seat, I will. And I said it out of frustration. And the gentleman I was with told me a couple weeks later, they texted me and said, if you were serious, we'd support you in running. And I started bouncing the idea around and praying about it, and I took it to our church elders and pastor and our ministerial association, and we started praying about it. I started going to the meetings, and my eyes were open to what's really happening here in Kootenai County. And there's so much division, even in our own Republican Party. There's just a polarization. And my heart, obviously, as a pastor and somebody who's concerned about our community, my heart is to do something to help fix that. So that's the main reason, outside of the Lord continually prompting me once I started praying about it. That's my reason for running.
Good reasons. And second question is, what are your thoughts about growth and how it will impact Kootenai County over the next 10 years?
Growth is a hot topic right now. We're seeing just a huge influx of people, which is incredible for our economy. We just have to make sure that as we grow in Kootenai County, that our infrastructure can keep up with it. I've been trying to meet with different entities, builders, realtors, developers, and the general public, and try to get everybody's feel and everybody's opinion on the growth. And I think if we can all work together and manage our growth appropriately, I think that in 10 years we should be just fine. We just have to make sure to do things correctly.
Yes. And third question, what are your top 3 priorities should you be elected?
Well, my heart for this position is to be in public service, and that's something that we're missing nationally. We see what's happening. People are becoming career politicians. They get into these elected positions, and instead of serving the people that they're represented or they're elected by, they end up serving their own interests or special interest groups, and I just think that's wrong. That's not how our nation was founded. And so my heart is to get into this seat and make sure that it's about public service, representing the people of Kootenai County. My 3 topics that I'm running are on our fiscal responsibility. I think that our spending is out of control, and we need to figure out a way to manage that better. Also, number 2 is preservation of local values. I think that our local values are they're changing rapidly, and we need to get back into a place where we can represent conservative values and limited and transparent government. That's another one that I think is very important. The government is here to protect the citizens' rights and to represent the people. And we saw it during COVID and other events that there was a shift in what government started to do, and it wasn't a representation of the people. It was almost opposition of the people and their interests. So those are some things that I want to try and tackle in this position.
Wonderful. Okay, and question number 4, which you're going through them really fast. What is your background and how will it help the county should you be elected?
When I first came to Christ 15 years ago, I was working for Rocky Mountain Insulation. I helped them start some offices across the nation. Even here in Coeur d'Alene, Spokane, I started a couple offices and helped them manage their offices, and helped with the administration, the sales, and all of that. Also, I've been on 2 boards for over a decade, dealing mainly with the budgeting, the financial side of things, and the administration. And I think that's going to be a huge help. I'm also on 2 other boards that I've been on, one for a year and one for about 6 months. And all 4 of the boards that I'm on, even though they're nonprofit, it's still dealing with budgeting, dealing with finance. You have a certain amount of money coming in, you have to allocate it to go to certain things, and put some in a savings and make sure that you can get all your bills paid. So I've had people say, well, nonprofit and profit are two different animals, but they're really not that much different.
Both deal with finances.
Yes.
And we want to allow you to give a closing statement of anything you want to cover, anything you feel the public should know, the voters should know in Kootenai County.
Okay. Something I think is important is making sure that the residents of Kootenai County are informed voters. I don't want to tell people, hey, you should vote for me. I'm the guy that's going to change things. I want people to do their research on all of the candidates, seek the Lord, and make informed decisions. If I get elected into this position, I will make sure and represent the people well. I will balance the entities versus the people, because some people focus more on all of the different departments that need financing, and the people are the ones, and their taxes, they're the ones who pay for that. So sometimes they don't have a say in what happens, and I want the people of Kootenai County to have a say in what happens to their tax dollars. I'm not for raising taxes. I understand that there may be a need for it in the future, but as of right now, I think we need to tackle our current budget and figure out where we can reallocate some of those funds to make sure, like the sheriff's office, make sure that their employees are being paid an appropriate wage. So those are some of the things that I want to focus on. I also will represent God well in that seat. My heart belongs to Jesus, and people say, well, you got to separate religion and politics, and I'm not into religion. My relationship with Jesus Christ does not make me exempt from being an ambassador in any political office that God calls me to. So my heart to be in that position is to serve God and to serve the people of Kootenai County, and to make sure that we are transparent with what we're doing. So.
That's great. We also believe that the voters in Kootenai County are smart enough to decide who to vote for, and as Christians to seek God and direction and wisdom and see who is best suitable for the position. So, which is why we're doing this, because it gives the public a better opportunity to get to know you, and every candidate, we hope that everyone participates, and let the voters decide, and the results are up to God.
Amen. I agree.
Yes. So anyway, you were really quick on your responses. Thank you so much, and
Yes,
we
ma'am.
appreciate you being here, and thank you so much, and best of luck.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Blessings. Thank you.